ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله. اللهم ثبتنا وسلمنا واكتب نجاتنا وهيئ لنا أسباب الخير والسلامة والسعادة في دنيانا وأخرانا برحمة منك ورضوان وكرم يا رب العالمين. وبعد حياكم الله تعالى. As we promised you after Maghrib, we're going to continue with those du'as from the mu'mineen, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed, in the creation, the earth, the heavens, all of the things causing the deep thinking in the minds of ulul albab, the people they already have a good like a mindset. And we explained the difference between al-albab and al-af'ida and al-uqul and so. What is those people doing? Actually, he said subhanahu wa ta'ala, الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا. الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا, they are repeating the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the standing, the sitting. Got it? ويتفكرون, they're not just repeating the words without thinking about the meaning, but they actually thinking about what they are saying. And whatever they are saying, it's a kind of reflection of what they are seeing. It means they are looking at the things, trying to figure out what is the content of the things, trying to figure out what is the reasons of the things to be here. They are trying to think deeply about the hikmah or the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have that table in this place, to have that man sitting over here, to have the computer, the iPhone, whatever. They already thinking about what? About everything. What is the difference between the normal person and a smart person and intelligent person? Genius person. What's the difference between them? The genius person, he's not just repeating the information he already got it from the school. The genius person, once you are seeing this word, it means you have a different kind of mentality. That person is thinking 24/7. He's not giving a break for his mind. Am I right with that? Once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling me ulul albab, those people, they are thinking 24/7. And once we have the intelligent person, we are hoping a good future, not just for him, but for the whole world. We have a genius person. You know what I mean? When we talk about the Nobel Prize or that kind of prizes, like a huge one, who deserves to get this one? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in Surah Ali Imran. And usually we are trying to connect between the ayats and the surah. Why those ayats come in the surah? Let us finish. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said here, يَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And they are saying, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ. When I say, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا, oh Allah, you didn't create that thing randomly, without a reason. It means Allah created that thing for a reason. What is the reason? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Staying away from that or jumping? To try to figure out what is the reason of that existence. At that time, Wallahi al-Azim, we're going to find ourselves the first people creating AI. Because this is the reason over there. We need to do something. We need to figure out what, we're going to find ourselves the first people going to the Mars or whatever, Marikh, whatever. We're going to find ourselves first people in the chemistry and the physics and, in the bio and all of that things. We're going to find ourselves the leaders of the whole world. Because Allah taught us the mentality of the Muslim. Not stopping, locked, staying away, laying out, staying home. We're not that kind of people. We are a kind of people working, starting the work from this area up to the action gonna come out of our bodies. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Their eyes looking around all the time, thinking about everything. رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ. But why they are doing that? What is the reason? فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. They are worried about the fire gonna come at the end of this life. The fire gonna come because of the mistakes. Am I right? The punishment coming because of the mistakes. What kind of mistakes they are worried about? You know that mistake? You know that crime? Stopping thinking. Once we're stopping thinking, we are acting that crime. We deserve to be in the fire. The people saying, once we are praying, we are fasting, we're gonna be safe at the day of judgment. All of those things came as the ways, and the tools of making you stronger enough to do something in this world. Just for example, I was teaching the student right now, Surah Al-Duha. Surah Al-Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi laylat al-Qadr. And we said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we revealed that power, that Quran, in the power of night. It means, what is the power of that night? What is the power of that night? The Quran. Okay? What is the power of that night? The Quran. Inna anzalnahu fi laylat al-Qadr. What is the power of that night? The Quran. Got it? And that night being better than 1,000 months because of... Hello? You still there? What is the power? The Quran. That night gonna be better than 1,000 months because of... If you wanna be better than 1,000 what? Month? 1,000 people? Actually, if we are comparing between the night and the rest of the night, this is the 1,000 months equal 30,000 nights. Am I right? I don't know. This is the night comparing with the nights. 1,000 months has how many nights? 30,000 months. 30,000 nights. I hope I'm clear. Got it? If you want to be better than 30,000 people like you, you need to stick yourself with the power. It means the Quran. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا. Because of what? Because of the Quran. If you have the Quran, you're going to be surrounded by the malaika like that night. Just for example, you know, تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ. Everything you need, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gonna give it to you once you have that book in your chest, in your heart. Once you are sticking yourself with that power, you're gonna have the full power. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. What is the meaning of مطلع الفجر? The end of the night, the end of this night. If I am sticking myself with the Quran, I'm gonna be in the peace up to the end of my life. Easy to understand a different way of practicing the Quran in my life. Now we are talking about the people, they already practicing the Quran in their life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. They are looking at, all the time about the reasons of the existence of the things in their life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ مَنْ تُدْخِلِ النَّارَ فَقَدْ أَخْزَيْتَهُ رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ مَنْ تُدْخِلِ النَّارَ فَقَدْ أَخْزَيْتَهُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. They are worried about the whole fire, the consequences of the action. And once we're having somebody worry about the consequences, he's gonna take care of his actions, his words, his things, his anything getting out of him. He's gonna be worried about what I am doing in my entire life. Your homework to continue or complete reading up to the end of this surah. You're gonna start like at 10-15 ayahs. It's not a big homework for you. You're gonna go tonight, your home, opening the end page, the last page in Surah Ali Imran, and please study it and try to test the sweetness over there. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guide all of us to straight path and help us to understand the meaning